Good morning, everybody. Grace and peace to you from our Lord Jesus Christ and all the saints here in Central California. And in honor of my friend Tariq, Salam Alechem. And in honor of every other language I know, I'll say Magandang Umaga, Goedemorgen, Guten Morgen, Bonjour, Bon dia, and what else do I know? I don't know good morning in Punjabi, so I'll say Sat Sri Akal. And namaste for everybody that doesn't speak Punjabi. And do I know good morning in any other language? I don't know. Those are all the ones I do know. So, good morning, everybody. I'm just going to finish up my timesheet here while I talk. I called out my buddy Tariq this morning. His name is, I'm basically mentoring him to learn networking. So they want a backup for me to do not necessarily the major things. So he's just kind of like a junior. He works for the help desk, first of all. Tariq. His name is Tariq ul Haq. He works for the help desk. And he expressed an interest in learning networking. So I am mentoring him. And so first things is just like we're going to teach him to how we patch cables in and how to find IP addresses, how to assign, how to pick an IP address from the proper place and note that it's in use. We'll get him going on DHCP and all that other stuff. So we're going to kind of teach him like the lower level duties of what I do. I don't want to say lower level. They're all just as crucial, but they're not as not as much networking knowledge is required to swap out a patch pan or change a VLAN on a switchboard. So we'll be teaching him that. And he's an interesting fellow. He's born here. His parents, I believe they're from Pakistan, and he joined the army during I think it was quite a bit after Desert Storm, actually. No, he's too young for Desert Storm. So he joined the army anyway and became a translator. So he speaks fluent Pashto, Urdu, Punjabi, and English. And he's a super nice guy. He's very soft-spoken. He's like what I would call a gentle giant. He's a big guy and very soft-spoken, very, very kind person. I like him. I like him a lot. So he's going to be a good guy to take over because he just doesn't get rattled. He doesn't get upset about anything. And he is who replaced this switch we're going to look at in just a second here last night. So let me fill out my timesheet here. We still use timesheets here, and I spilt some sort of fluid on there, but it'll be okay. Let's see, what time did I get here this morning? Well, I'll call it 5:30 because I've actually been here since 5:15, but I arrived at 5:30 all these other days, so we'll call that 5:30. I do have to leave early today to go to a doctor's appointment, so I'm going to have to take some personal time. So we're going to do 3.5 hours of personal time. Oops, that means I got to change that number down there. I was out on Monday as well. So, come on, you're not going to work? There we go. Let's see if it'll work now. I hate this correction tape, and it won't stick to oil. Okay, so that's just going to become 13.5, and yeah, whatever this is I spilled on my timesheet, you can't write on it, and the correction tape won't stick to it. There we go, get that fixed. Let's see, so my total today is going to be 10 10, but my daytime is going to be 6.5, 6.5. And that's going to become 26.5. And yesterday my total was 11 hours, 10 during the day, and then I did overtime. Was it PM or night? It was PM overtime. So we do 1 hour of PM overtime, 1 hour of PM overtime, and my standby time now goes to 12.5 rather than 13.5. Look at that, what a mess. Feel so sorry for Rhiannon. Rhiannon is going to be doing my timesheet, entering my time in for me. We've got a time clock project that's been going off and on for the past 10 years. They're having problems with the union getting it ratified. They've had problems with deciding which clocks. They've had problems with the clocks now that they bought them. And it's a completely different system than what the rest of the county uses, because of course it is. And I've never punched a time clock in my life. I've always either filled out a time card or a time sheet or a web page or something. You know, I've been hourly a lot, but I've never actually had to punch a time clock. And with this, you know, you either put your thumbprint on there, or we have a proximity card. We can, the same ones that open our doors, you can tap in or tap out on your time. And I mean, for my job, it's ridiculous, you know, punching a clock, because I don't report to the same place at the same time every day. You know, I am an hourly worker, I get that, but anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So okay, timesheet's done. Let's set that aside. Now the work for this week. Well, there's more work than just this for this week. We'll have especially next week, we're going to be starting on outfitting our new surgery clinic. Well, it's the same surgery clinic, new building. The Veterans Administration leased a building from us over here on the other side of the campus, and they built a new facility next door to us. I thought it was a hospital. It's just clinics, because it's as big as our hospital, but they're VA clinics. And so they've moved out, and they're moving into those, and so they have left that facility for us, which we own. We've been leasing it to them. We're now ready to move back into it, and so we're gonna go through, you know, cleaning out their old wiring and putting in our switches. And I don't think I spec'd enough switches for growth. I built out the switches for their immediate port needs. Never a good idea. There's a ton of exam rooms over there. There's a ton of offices, so I think I'm going to add 2 more switches to that stack. It's only a 2-switch stack right now. I think I'm going to make it a 4-switch stack. Yeah, better idea. Anyway, we'll take care of all that in a week or so. And I'm all over the place this morning. So what we did last night, though, my friend Tariq did, is well, here was the plan. The plan was, you know, I created the new switch. I think I talked about that in a video a week or 2 ago. And got the new switch created, got it all tested, you know, configured it exactly the way this switch we were replacing is. Except the switch we were replacing is 12-port. This one's 48-port. So it gives them plenty of room for expansion. So Tariq, previously introduced, was going to take it out there. We also call him Mr. T, by the way. So he took the plan was he was going to take the switch out there and then give me a call, and then we would walk through swapping out the new switch. So I got home last night, the appointed time, and I'm so glad he went to the jail. I hate going, this was out at the jail. I hate going to the jail. I don't like going to the jail. It's a pain. There's a whole process for getting in. There's a process for taking your tools in, and then when you bring the tools back out, and it's all very intrusive. Anyway, so Tariq goes down there, and he's supposed to call me at the appointed time. I'm waiting and waiting. I'm logged on to my remote VPN. I'm logged onto remoted into my computer here at work, watching the network. I've got a SSH session going to the switch that's upstream of it, so I can watch the port, see when the port goes down, and make sure we can contact it. So I'm sitting there waiting and waiting, talking to my wife, and all of a sudden an email comes in. The switch is down. So I check the telnet session, or the SSH session on the upstream switch, and sure enough, the port's down. The uplink port to the downlink port to this switch. Well, I guess he's not going to call me, and because I was just in the process of getting a last-minute configuration off of that switch we were replacing, just in case I had to do any troubleshooting. I could have got it from 3 other places, but I just wanted to grab it real quick so I could just have it handy there. No sooner had I done that than it went offline. So I was like, okay, I guess Tariq is starting. And then I got a text from him. It says, okay, I swapped out the switch, and I looked and it wasn't up. I'm like, okay, great, we got to troubleshoot this thing. But typical me assuming the worst, it came right up, So here's what we did. So where are we? There we are. So if you look, this is the switch I had an SSH session going. This goes through this fiber bridge here. It doesn't look like much. That's close to a mile. So it might be a mile with all the bends and turns in the conduit. It comes back here. This is our campus up here. This is our central plant, which is like the hub for all of engineering. And then it goes out. This end of the fiber bridge is up here in the central plant. This end of the fiber bridge is over here at the jail, and goes into their 911 communications room, and then it goes down to the pharmacy. They call it the dispensary, but it's basically a pharmacy for the prisoners out there. And okay, hang on. Let's see. Where is my proximity card? I can just tap in there without having to type anything. Anyway, where were we? So, anyway, after a few seconds after he plugged it in, it came right up. Everything was green. Everything looked good. So, this is the old switch. It is now offline. I have acknowledged it. That's why it's blue with a little, I don't know if you can see that little check mark there. That means that I have, on the map, I have acknowledged that condition exists. But what I was waiting to do this morning is, where is my keyboard? That. We are going to delete that because it is no longer there. So now we come back and there we go. There's our network. And a few videos back, I was running into some fiber problems. I am still running into those fiber problems on this switch out in the hospital. So I got to get on that and figure out what the heck is going on there. So I think I have some bad fiber patches. I hope it's not a bad fiber run. I've already moved over to a different fiber run out to there. So yeah, I don't know what the heck that is, but I got to get it figured out. And our next, like I said, our next project next week is going to be this guy over here. That's the surgery clinic switch. Right now, it's just over there in the data center, which is on the other side of my cubicle and on the other side of the wall. It's just sitting in there connected up. So we will move that out to the surgery clinic, plug it in. All we're waiting on is for Jose, our intrepid engineer, to pull a fiber cable from the existing dialysis clinic, which is one half of the building is our dialysis clinic, and the other half of the building will now be our surgery clinic. So as soon as he gets that fiber I say fiber run, it's going to be a fiber patch cable about 30 feet long probably, or more likely 4 of them about 30 feet long, because it's literally, the closets are like right on the other side of the wall from each other. So anyway, once he gets that done, we'll get the switch in, and once the switch is up and running, then he's going to start installing the wireless access points, which I've already configured here at my desk. So those should just be plug and play. Just get those in and it should all come up. And that'll be the surgery clinic. That'll be my involvement in the surgery clinic. So yeah. And coming up in a month or two, I'm not sure if it's going to be this month or next month, or January maybe, we have a wireless survey that's going to be done for our entire campus. So hospital building, the new hospital, the old hospital, which we call the towers, the 100-year-old brick building. They're going to do wireless survey in there. They're going to do it in all of our clinics out there, in the surgery clinic, dialysis clinic, and engineering. They're going to survey the whole thing, and they're going to engineer it, tell us where we need to put APs. So that will be an interesting affair. So that's what we got to look forward to coming up. And and I'm so glad our elections are over. I hate all the political stuff, but I am happy that the guy I supported won. So anyway, that's all I have for this week, guys and gals. If you liked what you saw, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, leave a comment if you have any questions, any suggestions. Yeah, that fiber thing has just got me pulling my hair out. Luckily, we've got a good connection to the other core switch, but this connection back here to the data center is just driving me nuts. That's it, guys. We'll catch you all next week. God bless.